We are live. I am super excited that you are here today. Today is a super special show, but all my shows are special. Welcome to the Live, Love, Laugh, and Live Out Loud. We have a good one today for you. We'll be right back. Hey, you guys. Welcome to the Live, Love, Laugh, Let Go Out Loud with Lynn Serrano. Okay, you guys, I'm stalling. You realize that, right? I'm really stalling because I'm super excited about who's here today. So I've got a little intro and then I'll be right back with our guest, okay? We are back with the one and only Jimmy Germanakos. Welcome to the show, Jimmy! Yay! And the crowd goes wild. Welcome, Jimmy, to the show.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Love your show. We've been friends for so long. It's about time you asked me to get on this. Jeez, I've been waiting years.
Oh my gosh. Oh, my friend Tammy, she's so excited to see you. She's
Hello,
so excited.
Tammy.
She's so excited. You I know you don't know who Tammy is, but you're going to know who she is right now.
Hello, Jim and Lynn. Oh my gosh. Jim, I watched your show on The Biggest Loser. Oh my gosh. Amazing. I love that show. I was watching it every single day. Like, okay, what diet, what exercises, what can I do? Because, of course, I wanted to lose weight, but being a couch potato watching was more fun. Hope you have a great day and a great interview. I know you will, because Lynn is awesome. Have a good one.
Oh, thank you, Tammy.
Thank you, Tammy. Oh, my cousin is Eric. My cousin Eric. He's a YouTuber, too. He's got the greatest channel. He's
Eric, we got to hook up because we ain't done with Jimmy over here. We're not done. So
Eric, remind me of your channel, buddy. I can't remember the name. Eric is an outdoorsman, and he's from Jersey. You from Jersey? I'm from Jersey. He's from New Jersey, and he's my cousin. And he does all fishing and outdoor videos. I love it. When I want to relax, I go to his channel.
Hey, you need to come out to Montana. I got to take you some good places. That's for sure. And we have my friend from Colorado here, Michael. And
Hey.
And then we've got Christopher Rausch. He's a no excuse coach. He would kick your ass, Jimmy.
Good. I need my ass kicked.
Yeah, we could talk. Yeah, we got stories. This is so good. And then I have my friend Ray. So Ray, thank you for being here. So, you've hunted in Montana. Okay, cool. This is going to be such an awesome show. There's just so much to say. There's so much to do. We are super excited for everybody to be here. There's just so much to slice and dice. Jim and I, we already figured we're going to have to do a lot of shows. I'm going to help him with his own podcasts for him and his wife, and we're going to get his YouTube channel up and all sorts of stuff. So this is just like the, icing on the cake. But the first thing we figured we'd get off the slate is this whole Biggest Loser thing, just to shed that off, get that off, and then move on to life, moving forward. So for some of the people that didn't see the little clip, I do have the clip here. But before that, I do have somebody else, another fan of yours first. Here we go.
Hey, Jim. My name is Cherie Allison Casey, and I am a big fan of you and a big fan of The Biggest Loser. I am so appreciative of Lynn having you on the show today because right now, I know, just like other people, I need some inspiration right now because I'm on a roller coaster with the weight. And to see and know what you've gone through and know that you kept going in spite of your adversity,
that just gives me hope. So I just want to say, I'm so happy that you're here. I'm so glad that you can still share with the world your secrets and tips and how you made it through. And I want you to know, I want you to have a great day. And thank you, Lynn.
So
Thanks,
you,
Sherry.
So yeah, you guys want to share this out. I don't usually ask for you guys to do that, you know, but I think this would be very, very beneficial for people to have this out. So Jim, I'm going to start out with this quick little video, and then if you want to take it from there. Does that sound good?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, Jim. Here's the deal. If you want to take the lead, if you want to win $100,000 and take the lead away from Jerry, you need to have lost more than 133 pounds. Bring it. Let's get you on that scale.
Jillian started me off, but Anthony Badalamenti from Belmont got me here.
All right. Well, your starting weight when you first started training with Jillian was 361 pounds. Your current weight is...
Man, oh man.
Some fun times. Yeah, well, yeah, that was an exciting time. Do you have any specific questions?
So yeah, after taxes, I know you didn't make anything.
Well, they took about 40% in taxes.
Yeah.
Sent me to the next tax bracket. I gave my trainer. See, when I got on stage, I thanked my trainer, Anthony Badalamenti, who I only met 1 day short of 5 weeks before the finale. And he really got me there. He sharpened me up, taught me some bodybuilding tricks. Now, being the fact that he was a bodybuilder, he may use some supplements that I'm not allowed to use, first of all, as a cop, and second of all, the fact that they were testing us for everything. And he asked me, he said, "Hey, listen, I can give you some stuff that we use in the bodybuilding business that can get you." And I said, "Dude, I can't even use over-the-counter burners. We assigned a contract. Plus, you know, this is all supposed to be diet and exercise. I can have caffeine. That's it, you know." So he's like, "All right, let's go." The first thing when I asked him, I met the guy in the locker room at my gym in Long Island, which was Fitness Incentive. It's always voted one of the best on Long Island. And I was probably sitting there just being annoyed by the fact that I hadn't lost a lot of weight that week. So he said, I asked him, I said, "You're a trainer here. I recognize you. I have never really talked to you." So he said, "Yeah, I can get you down. What do you got, 5 weeks left? Yeah, I can get another 20, 30 pounds off you." So I said, "Well, okay." So then he said, "All right, let's hit the gym." First thing he said to me, he goes, "Go on the treadmill, put it at 15 degrees, ramp at 3 miles an hour, and I'll see you in an hour." And I said, "That's it?" He's like, "Yes, I only have an hour." He's like, "Good luck." So I had already lost 100-something pounds, and all he did was stick me on the treadmill walking uphill, and I almost died. And that was the beginning of our 5-week finish.
Wow. And okay, so you know, I love being intuitive. I love whatever. You know, we're only telling half a story here. We're only telling half the story. The other half the story is, if anybody didn't know, didn't see the season, you're a twin. And I got a little video. This is his brother and him. I want to share this real quick.
My secret is I just smile and say, live for today. I'm sitting on top of the world, on top of the sun came up and I gotta say, see it in a whole new way.
Okay.
Thank you for that. That's great.
You know, and It is live and everything, and I didn't know what was possible. Didn't know anything, but you know what? On my show, because you don't always watch Live, Love, Laugh, and Let Go Out Loud. You guys were an inspiration to me. You became my friends back then, and I love you guys so much. But what was great is that you gave me your phone number back then. We've been friends since then, and I asked your brother if he could say any nice words on camera, and he did. So hold on.
When I think about Jim, you can't ask for a better friend. And I should know. I've known him for over 40 years. He looks out for everybody's well-being, and you always rely on him. All you have to do is ask. I'm the one that's blessed to have him in my life.
And you know what? I thought that's as good as I could do, but you know what's even better? Is he's live! He's live! Double trouble! He's here!
What's up now?
Damn, you look good!
It's so funny, Lynn. I'm texting Bill. What's up, Willis?
Hey guys, hold on. I'm out of shadows. Hold on a second. But hey, listen. Lynn called me and told me that you guys were doing this, and I had an opportunity to come and say a few nice words about you, Jim. So I said, there's nothing better I could think of than to come and come on and let everybody know that everything that we did here with Biggest Loser and so many other things that we've that we've done together is because you're such a go-getter. I've told you this 100 times. You were always a dreamer. You always you always really reach for the stars, and you got me onto the Biggest Loser and put me in a whole new stratosphere with you. And from the very minute you left a job in the early 20s to go be a police officer, and you chased your dreams, we've always been so proud of you. So, hey, listen, you know what? It's live, love, laugh, and let go, out loud. And I just wanted to give the heads up that, Jim, we all love you so much. We're all so proud of you, and everything you do is you never cease to amaze me with everything you do. Now that you're on TV and you're in commercials, and I speak to our friends and they say, what is with your brother? He is the man. I go, he is the man. So I wanted to come on board today with Lynn and you and just remind you and remind everyone that you are the man. So thanks for being you, and thanks for reaching for the stars all the time, because we definitely look up to you for that, and you're a true inspiration to a lot of us, all of us. So thanks for that.
Bill,
Thanks, Willie. I appreciate it.
Bill, thank you so much. This is exactly what this show is about. And this is what it is it's so important for people to be that if you can get on live TV, even with laundry in the back, that's not what matters. What's matter is showing up and being here for the people and honoring them while they're alive, not in no damn funeral or anything. It's, we're all Long Islanders. We got the biggest heart of the world, and showing people that we show up and let people know how important it is to be here right now, the here and now. And I love you from the bottom of my heart for being here.
Well, I appreciate it. And thank you. And you know what? We don't tell each other enough, but I'm not even sure if you know this about Jim. It had to be 20 something years ago. What was who was it? There was a TV show that, Jim, who the heck was that again? That you got on
Rosie?
By writing a letter to
Rosie O'Donnell?
Say again?
Rosie?
Oh, that's right. So Rosie O'Donnell had a TV show, and she had a chub club. Everyone was trying to lose weight. And Jim said, I'm getting on that. I'm like, knock yourself out. And then a few days later, he's on the show after writing letters to every single producer, singing chub club lyrics to Sinatra tunes. And we're like, how does he even do it? We don't know, but he continues to do it because now he's on TV, in commercials. So keep up the good work, Jim. Sometimes I'm critical of you, Jim, and you always know that once it's all out, I always tell you, I take it all back because I love you. We shared a womb, we shared a room, but and the best thing about it is that you're my best friend my whole life. So thanks for that.
Bill.
You guys,
Thanks,
and Bill is the Season-4. he's the Biggest Loser #1, and Jim is #2, but they're both #1 in my book and in the world. So you
Yeah,
guys, I love you.
Bill was the champion. I want to remind all your listeners
Yeah.
about everybody. A lot of people ask me, how'd you get on that show in the first place? What Bill was talking about was when Rosie O'Donnell was getting ready. I don't know. So it's a while ago, maybe right around the year 2000. And I wrote a letter to everybody who I saw in the credits. And I put a video together of me singing a song about the Rosie O'Donnell show to a Sinatra tune. And I've been doing Sinatra around New York for a long, long time. So somebody called me up and said, hey, I got your videotape in the mail and wondering if you want to come on the show. Wow, that was easy. But when it came for The Biggest Loser, by the way, your cousin Eric Jeanette is watching us right now, Bill.
Yeah, he's saying different stuff.
He just said, I did not realize this was going to be a...
He says, I didn't realize it was going to be in a Germanakos roast. No, that's next week, now that I got you on here, Eric.
So what happens is The Biggest Loser was on TV, season 1.
Jim.
What'd you say, Jim?
I was saying, Jim, Lynn gave me the opportunity to, she gave me the opportunity to do a video. And then, so I recently texted her, said, listen, I am in Colorado Springs with my brand new grandson. We're walking on eggshells around here. So I didn't get to do the video. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to come on live. And I was going to do my best to embarrass you and tell people all great things about you. But, it's all great. So, but go ahead, tell her how you got on that show, how you got on Biggest Loser. Because, Lynn, I'll tell you, I got on there. I didn't even apply. A lot of the people that we were on the show with were upset because, they were in it for the money and everything else. But I didn't even apply for the show, not an application. And it all worked out so well for the two of us. So go ahead, Jim.
Okay, so I was watching The Biggest Loser, and I saw in season 2 that Eric Chopin, who's a friend of ours now from Long Island. Eric Chopin was on the show. He did unbelievably. And I used to go drive past Eric's deli just to try to meet the guy. Because for me, all these people that are on TV, even if it's reality TV, there's a level of celebrity. Plus, I want to hear what the guy's doing. He's looked unbelievable. And we became friends years and years ago. So when I heard that there was going to be another audition, it was going to be in Manhattan at Rockefeller Center at the NBC Experience store. So I said, well, I'm going. And I said, if they want New York, if they're going to be in New York casting, then they want New Yorkers, right? So I wore my black leather jacket. I wore my Yankee hat. I wore my mock turtleneck with my big gold chain and my heavy chain. This is my light one with my big cross. I went in there and said, how you doing, everybody? Forget about it, So what I did was I put together a paper application like they had online. But for me, I added all pictures of me. It was Coach Jim, Father Jim, Firefighter Jim, Police Officer Jim, Boy Scout Jim, Scoutmaster Jim. And I put it all on a collage on the front of my application. And I went at 10 p.m. for the audition, which was 10 a.m. I said, I'm going to get online. There's probably going to be 1,000 people there. So I show up in Manhattan I had a party van back then, a big black G20 van. And I go to the corner where the NBC Experience store is, and it's windy. It's about 8-9 degrees. There's nobody there, of course. And I said, well, I guess I walk in. This is the God's honest truth, Lynn. I walk in and I said to a bartender, on the main floor, there was a restaurant. And I said, you guys know anything about a audition in the morning for The Biggest Loser TV show? And the guy's like, I don't even know what you're talking about, buddy. So I said, all right, give me a dozen chicken wings and a beer. So I stayed there for a couple of hours, and then I left, and I drove my truck down to the west side where I used to park when I used to drive limousines. I used to be an armed limo driver. And I just slept for a little while like this, and then I went back at around 2 o'clock in the morning, and I saw a tent. There was a little tent there, and it was flapping in the wind. So I said, anybody in there? Says, what are you doing here? Says, we're in line for The Biggest Loser audition. I'm like, the line is here. So we started a line. I was 5th in line, and 10 o'clock in the morning, we were chatting with a guy who had just come from an audition in Chicago. So he said, I'm just going to keep going until I get on the show. He never made it on the show, but he was wearing a yellow and black jacket. We called him Bumblebee Bob. So the Bumblebee was telling us about the audition. He said, they're going to sit you guys all at a conference table. You're all going to, then the one of the casting directors is going to ask you a question. Your job is to get his attention. So what happens is I'm sitting there, we're all sleeping, waiting for the auditions to start. And some guy comes over to me and he says, hey, Jim, all those people in the other room are here on a callback. They're all cops and firemen. So they were scheduled to come today. So I walk into that room and I said, I'd like to audition with these people. Well, I'm a cop and a fireman. So the girl says, you have ID? I said, sure. So I showed the police and the fire ID, and then I auditioned with them. And the question was, how does being obese affect you at your job? And I loudly said, well, and then everybody turned to me and I had the floor. And I said, you know what? My aha moment was when we were chasing a drug dealer and I couldn't keep up with my partner because I was heavy. And by the time I caught up to them, they were rolling around on the ground fighting over his gun, which is a true story. And I've apologized to him many times. And I said to myself, if that guy was killed, if my partner was killed because I didn't keep up, then it's not his fault for running without a partner. It's my fault for not keeping up. I'm a cop, for Christ's sake. So that's when I decided something had to change, and The Biggest Loser came at the right time. So they invited me to come back for an on-camera audition. Then they invited me to come out for casting. And at that point, I said, too bad I couldn't get my twin brother here. And the guy went like this. What? And I said, what? They said, you have a twin brother? I said, yeah, identical twin. He's like, I mean, I said, yeah, he's fat too. I said, we could share clothes. So he's like, Jim, I have some bad news for you. We're not interested in you without your twin brother.
I guess he can't cut
Jim,
in.
I always tell the stories that on the way home on the line, Lynn, traffic coming home. So he called me up. How you doing? And he said, yeah, hey, I've been trying to get on Biggest Loser. And I said, yeah, whatever. Because I never really watched the show that much. I did not recognize Jillian. Like Jim was a huge, but I watched the show, but it actually made me feel pretty bad to watch it. I felt so badly for the people on the show that were so obese and everything. And then, but I thought it was an opportunity, for all of them. I just bad for them.
Right.
So he said, I've been trying to get on that show. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, well, I think I got on. What? Come on. And he goes, that's not the best news.
You might have to finish, Jim.
Yeah, he's broken up.
Yeah, go ahead.
What I told Bill was they invited me to come on the show.
Loser.
Bill, we can't hear you. You're breaking up.
350 pounds. We made $350,000.
You're breaking up.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Okay, bye.
For the opportunity. I'll see
Thank
you.
You.
Soon. Jim, keep
God
up
bless.
The good work.
You look great. Thank you for being here. Oh, that was so awesome.
Thanks, Bill, for coming on.
Okay,
Thanks,
so,
Lynn.
yeah,
That was a nice surprise. So what I did was I told Bill that they invited me to come on the show, and the good news was that they wanted him to come on the show too. So he's like,
awesome. He didn't want to go, huh?
No. And his wife wasn't, she never watched the show either. And she's like, what are you talking about? So then the guy says to me that I'm not interested in you without him. So I talked Bill into coming. Bill never, I said, listen, let's just go and do an audition, on camera. Let's talk to them, whatever else. And within 2 weeks, we were in California.
Wow.
So one of the guys on our show got the call. We made it into California where we were sequestered for a week when they cut the cast from 24 down to 18, and we weren't allowed to talk to anybody, and we had to keep staying in our rooms, and all of our assistants, our production assistants, all had walkie-talkies. They didn't want us talking to anybody else who was a possible candidate for the show.
Wow.
They never told anybody that me and Bill were there. Were both there.
Oh yeah, because it was the first time I think that they did family members, right? That they did.
No. This was not a partner show. The following season was a pair show.
Oh, okay.
Bill and I were against each other.
Oh, okay, right.
Although we started on the same team, eventually it would go to individuals.
Right. Okay.
So what happened was all the casting, all the meetings that we went to when we were sequestered, when they finally got down to 18 people, right before the show started, they marched, like if we had to do a cast picture and Bill wasn't in the picture, they airbrushed me into the picture twice because they didn't want to tell anybody that there was a twins.
Oh, wow.
So all my idiot friends are like, dude, I can tell you guys apart. It's so easy. And I said, well, yeah, which one is me?
Oh,
So like, oh, this one is you. I'm like, yeah, no, okay. I said, which one is my brother? I'll bet you $5,000. You so nobody bet me, but I said, tell me which one is my brother. So then they're like, oh, this is your brother, this guy right here. So I said, no, it's me twice. My brother wasn't in the picture. So it's supposed to show you. So right before the show started, they marched Bill into the room, and I was already sitting there, and people were like what's going on? So as soon as the show started, we had a lot of enemies that said, we got to get rid of one of these guys. And that's why I got sent home so early. I got sent home after week 5, and Bill stayed for 21 weeks.
Okay, so we did get a little sidetracked, and it was really awesome to put Bill in there when we could. I mean, did you even see that he was here, like in the studio? You couldn't see he was in the studio? So I surprised you, didn't I?
I was texting you. Thank you so much. I was texting him right before you
That's
know.
So funny.
We
got some questions. We got some people I wanted to say hello. I got another podcaster, Tim Gillette, that was here. I want to say hi to my friend Cherise. Christopher Rouse shared it. John wanted to say hello. My friend Kellen, and then your cousin there. He laughed. Christopher. Okay. Okay. And my Bobby. Okay. So I think, let's see. I think Christopher Rausch had a question here.
Okay.
What did you learn most about the experience? I've heard stories about behind the scenes of stuff which sounded crazy. Okay.
The actual experience, when people say, is reality TV really reality? Yes. Everything that you see on the show is real, except for one. In my 5 weeks there was only one thing that they asked us to say again, because the cameras weren't ready for a really good comment. So I said, it was when we were in Jamaica. We had won a contest, and that was the week I got voted off. And we had killed in this contest where we were on the water in rafts, and my brother and I have good, we've always been athletes, and Bill played lacrosse. Bill and I both played lacrosse at university for scholarships. I played football, Division III, as well. So we were always athletic. So when we started the show, and Jillian would say, grab a couple of 40s and do some side lateral raises with some some military presses, and we go, sure. And other people on the show were like, no idea. But when we did the contest in Jamaica, Allison Sweeney, who I love, by the way, and I'm still very good friends with her and her husband, who's a police officer. When the contest started, they said that the prize is going to be a surprise. We're not going to tell you what your prize is. Jillian went berserk. Like you think you're like a truck driver who just sometimes she can you've all heard her curse, and we've heard her get beeped out and all this and that. Jillian's like, this is bull beep, the fact that we're gonna beep and the beep. The reason why was because the black team was killing it, and both of the other two teams had already lost 2 people, and we were still whole. So when we won this fantastic prize, it turned out to not be immunity; it turned out to be a massage on the beach. So Jillian, and that's how the reality gets a little weaned. It's because if we continued to win, then the other 2 teams would have kept losing people. Yeah. So instead of giving us immunity, they gave us a massage. And during the massage, Bill made a comment, because he was just talking. We were just talking, and the cameras were there, but Bill was like this, getting a massage. And I got really bad sunburn because we were in the sun in Jamaica. And Bill said, look at Bob's team there. They're struggling in the water. Poor guys. And then somebody said, well, who said that? Who said that? So I said, what? Who said that about the Bob's team in the water? So can you say that again? And then they brought a camera. That was the only thing that wasn't real. But the one thing about reality TV, when you sign that contract, they can take your words and change the order and the sequence of how things are spoken. Mm-hmm. So what happens is there was a couple of times where like the media, New York Times said, well, Jim really wears his heart on his sleeve because they showed me yelling, but it was actually Bill yelling. So, and it was actually Bill yelling at somebody for a totally different thing than what they showed. So they cut pieces, like they showed this guy in the kitchen, and then they showed Bill yelling, and he's like, bah, 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 bah. But it was totally a different people. So they can move things around to make the show more entertaining. But at some point, okay, when you start losing weight and being healthy, okay, I'm going to answer this question for Christopher Rausch. Thanks for the question, brother. The whole thing, see, for me now, my body has sort of fallen apart in the last few years. I tore both of my knees in 2012. One was I stepped in a hole on the beach, and my foot went in and I fell forward. So that was the beginning of which now is a knee replacement in my right knee. My left knee, I tell all my weightlifting friends that I tore my quadricep in half. I tore my quadricep tendon right off my kneecap, because you have your kneecap and you have your quad tendon wraps all the way around your kneecap, and then your quadricep comes up from there. It's the biggest tendon in the body. It's about 6 inches wide, and I tore it right off my kneecap, and then I have to get reconstructive surgery where they glue it back on, they sew it in, whatever else. I tell all my weightlifting friends that I did it on a heavy front squat, you know, when you squat, but I really did it ice skating, learning how to play hockey in Canada. But so that I destroyed my elbow on a super heavy bench press. I needed reconstruction. I got surgery on both of my hands. So when you have all these different adversities, you have to remember that when we were on the show and we got skinny, we weren't skinny people. We were fat people that lost weight. And your body wants to go back to being heavy, because that's the way we've been our whole life. You'll see some people on the show, and you know how you could usually tell when you see somebody on the show who moves and jumps up and down, and if you could see their fat bouncing like this, you know that they've been fat all their life, and the skin just wants to stretch and it goes in and out, whatever else. So when you see somebody that's really sloppy with their belly hanging over their belt and this and that, now you see somebody like Allie Vincent. Love Allie Vincent.
Yeah.
Allie Vincent, what they don't tell you was that she was an Olympic caliber swimmer.
Yeah, she's
1 year before she got on the Biggest Loser. So when she was on there, she was just like, she looked like a balloon that was blown up, because when she lost weight,
she went back. Yeah,
her skin just went back. Because when I hugged her at her finale, I was like, well, where's all your extra skin? Now, I didn't have a lot of extra skin. Like, we did the flex on stage, but we were weightlifters and we always had muscle. So my arms didn't get a lot smaller, my waist and my belly, my legs. So yeah, so where I lost a lot of weight, that I have some skin around my boobs, around my sides, yeah. But when you see someone who gains weight quickly, then they lose weight quickly.
Bye, Christopher. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you.
But as far as somebody who's starting, you just have to move more and eat less. So for me now, I'm lucky enough to have, I was divorced. I get along fine with my ex. She's a great lady, and but I'm lucky enough to have found love later on in life, and I'm married to a beautiful lady who happens to be a Canada. She's nicknamed in Canada Canada's toughest trainer. So I compare it to Jillian and all, but I don't even think Jillian could keep up with my wife Brigitte. Her business is called Blaze Athletics, and now she's very knowledgeable in nutrition, this and that. But there's only so much you can do. Hold on a second.
You want to read that from your? Go ahead and read your cousin said.
It says, I used to be a sponsor of the Disney Marathon race. Allie Vincent was there speaking to people. She did not know who I was. I asked her if she would be able to get me Jim and Bill Germanakos' autograph. She was not happy. Oh, my God. Allie is funny. Well, like I said, Allie did great. I understand that she was struggling a little bit now after a very highly publicized situation where she was attacked, sexually by a masseuse or something like that. And you know what? There's a lot to the head. You really have to be straight in the head before you'll be straight in the body. You got to get it. You have to be.
Wait, that's not the video I was going to bring up. I got another video I'm going to do here. I got to find it.
Swear, we love Allie and we wish her the best.
I hear she's not on Facebook right now. She left Facebook right now or whatever. So,
all right.
I wish her the best too. But anyhow, so yeah. No, I was just going to show your dog.
I really don't have any explanation as to why she's on my shoulder. There was a dog that was
screaming, barking a little while ago. She must be afraid, but she refuses to get down now.
No, I was going to show that you were working out for your Corona exercises.
Coronavirus quarantine workout number 2. Biceps, shoulders. Here we go. Okay. Woo! I need a drink.
Where did you find that one?
Oh my gosh. Oh, you have no idea what I got in store here.
I didn't even think that one was still on. Well, so to finish the question for Chris, you just got to get started. You know, you got to, and I tell my kids the same thing about golf. Who's barking? Is that your dog?
Yeah, she must have heard your dog or something. I don't know. No.
You know what? When you want to get better at something, you got to see a professional about it. If you want to become a better golfer, you got to go see a golf professional and take lessons. You want to learn about health and fitness, you got to go to a professional. You got to hire a trainer, spend a little money, because I know people that would surely drop $200 on wine and dinner, you know, once, twice a month in Manhattan or wherever. But they would say, oh, $200 for a trainer and a coach? Never. It's too expensive. You know, I mean, even for me, I belong to 2 gyms now. We live in the Toronto area, and we belong to a great gym, which is called Pure Muscle, and a lot of competitive bodybuilders are in there, along with my wife as well. Oh, can you tell us something that no one else knows about the show?
Oh, there is something, but you didn't get a phone call.
What?
You remember? You were going to tell us. You made a phone call to whatchamacallit? You were going to see if you
I'm going to tell you about the show. In our season, the person who was voted off last before my brother and the black team became the finalist was Neil Tejwani. Neil Tejwani was famous and infamous at the same time. On our season, Neil had gained 18 pounds in a week in order to get rid of a black team member who at the time I hated, and that was Jez. Jez Luckett was the guy that lied to me, and they voted me home. And I wasn't really mad at Jez. I was just happy that he eventually got voted off because he lied to my face. Because it's just like Survivor, you know. You got to get. It's all strategy. If I lost 55 pounds in the first 5 weeks, chances are good that I know how to train. I'm intense when I'm training. You better get rid of Jim or he's going to win, because at the end of the show, my brother won, but I lost more weight and percentage than him, and I came in first amongst the at-home people. So, and you know, somebody corrected me. I said that only one other person has beat me in percentage. I lost almost 52% of my body weight. But if you notice, if you go to the show and if you see all the Where Are They Now and the NBC history of The Biggest Loser, they don't show my picture very much. They don't show this picture because they had it up for a couple of years, and I had an asterisk next to my name, my picture. And it said results not typical, because everybody thought Jim does steroids and Jim this and Jim that. So rather than answer the question as to how Jim came back all big and muscular, they just took me off because I wasn't the winner. My brother was the winner, but I lost more weight in percentage. So Jillian gave me a shirt a couple of years ago. We went out to lunch. We went to a place called Fat Fish in Hollywood, and she gave me a T-shirt with an asterisk on it, and it said results not typical. I was like, thanks, you know, but she's a great lady. And, Bob, Harper is a great guy. You know, he calls a couple of times when I was in Long Island. Now I live in Toronto, but he'd call up and he'd say, I'm in the Hamptons. I got a half a bottle of tequila left. Bitches, where are you guys? You know? So I'd say, listen, I'm going to hang out with Bob, and I hop in my car, and an hour later, we're hanging out with Bob Harper in the Hamptons. It was a lot of fun. I joined Platinum Fitness to feel. Well, you know what? It's all in your head. You know, Paul, any place that you join, Planet Fitness is great. LA Fitness is great. All these different places are great. It's how you make them.
Yeah, you're the one who's got to do the work. I mean,
that's right.
You know,
you have to work. And
yeah.
Even for me, you know, I had a knee replacement surgery 10, 11 months ago, and I send videos to my doctor, and I'm not small. I've been lifting weights. I've been dealing with all these surgeries and stuff like that. I'm still close to 300 pounds now, and I want to be close to 200 pounds. And somebody asked a question about, tell us something that no one knows about the show. Let me tell you something. It's a very interesting but commonsensical. That's my word, by the way, commonsensical. When we step on the scale, like when you step on the scale in your house, it goes from 0 to 220. That's it. Okay. When we step on the scale on The Biggest Loser television show, it goes boop, 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 and it stops. It's a prop, everybody. It's a prop. The scale is a prop. We go to we line up when we're on the ranch, or even at the finale, we're in line. We're all standing there in our underwear, laughing at each other, and we're walking up, and everybody's got a bottle of water in their hands because nobody wants to drink water before the weigh-in. We just try to sweat as much as you can. But remember, if you sweat hard or dehydrate before a weigh-in, then next week you got to make up for that weight that you sweated off. But you don't want to drink it. One bottle of water is like a regular bottle of Poland Spring water. What is it? The water now? A regular bottle of water is 1 pound, for a bottle. So you're not going to drink before the weigh-in. You drink after the weigh-in. So what happens is we step on a postal scale that has a wire, and a guy holds the thing like this, and there's a wire coming off, goes down to the scale, and he sees what our weight is, and then somebody with a clipboard writes it down, and there's a guy with a little handheld camera taking a video, not a big TV camera. It's just us, a scale, a producer with a clipboard, and a guy with a little camera. And that's it. That's our weigh-in. The following day at night, it shows up on TV, and the boop, 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 265. Oh, yay. But we don't know what we weigh. Now, when it comes time for the finale, this is what a lot of people don't know. I forgot who asked the question before. Our finale was on Tuesday night, live. Nobody knew that my brother and I were going to win first and second. So you have to imagine that our weigh-in was on Sunday morning. Our official weigh-in was Sunday morning, and then the televised weigh-in was Tuesday night on a prop scale. The reason why, like I was on Larry King a couple of times, and I mentioned this, Tammy, I'm telling you a fun story that I told Larry King also. The reason why is because if we weigh in all live, then how's Allison Sweeney supposed to know what to say? She doesn't have a calculator in her hand. When I got on the scale on the clip that you saw, it said, Jim, Allison Sweeney said, Jim, in order to beat the other guy, you have to lose 133 pounds. Like, how does Allison Sweeney know that? Because there's a guy with a cue card that holds up the cue card that says Jim has to lose 133 pounds. And the cue cards are made from Sunday morning when we weigh in all the way through to Tuesday night. So that's something that nobody knows. But when you talk about it, you're like, I guess that's common sense, right?
Yeah.
The other thing that nobody knows is that we killed ourselves to lose weight. And, I trained so hard the day before the weigh-in that, I was in the sauna and I was empty. People say, well, how did you lose so much weight at the end? This is how. The last 16 days, I had only protein water for 16 days.
Wait, when you say protein water, you basically mean like a protein shake, though, right?
No, protein water. IsoPure it's not chocolate. It's not milky. It's just protein water. It looks like
water.
A diluted fruit punch.
Wow.
Weren't
you hungry?
Of course. IsoPure has 0 carbs, has about 200 calories, and it's all protein. It's 30 grams of protein in IsoPure. They should make me a spokesman.
And you went ahead and just drank that anytime you were thirsty or whatever, like
every 3 hours, 6 times a day.
Wow.
So people are like, there's no way. People tell me there's no way I can have just protein water for 16 days. And I say these words, I'll give you $100,000. And everybody says, I'm in. Get me the protein water. I'll do it for 16 days. Because for me, it wasn't about, of course I was hungry. I was always hungry, and I was irritable, and I was miserable, and I was, thank God I didn't beat anybody up when I was a cop at work because I was so miserable, because I'm an easygoing guy.
How much weight did you lose in that 16 days? Like what did you lose in that 16 days?
My last 16 days, I lost Well, also let me tell you that as you drink protein water only, your bowels empty.
Yeah.
So because as you go to the bathroom and I might have even taken some stuff to help me clear my bowels,
Yeah.
like milk of magnesia or something
Magnesia.
like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you want now another thing is that when you empty your bowels, they go like this.
Shrink.
Your
Yeah.
intestines, they shrink because now it's only
Yeah.
water going through.
Right.
So I'll tell you that the day of the weigh-in, I put on about 20 pounds. So when you saw me on scale, I was about 20 pounds heavier because I started eating again and refilling my intestines.
Yeah, you got, and I'll show that really super quick here. Look at this video, right? You guys watch this. I'm just gonna play it super quick. Unless I deleted it already. Shoot, did I delete that already? I might have deleted it already. Damn it. I'll upload it here in a minute again.
Which clip is that?
The clip of showing you on the scale. I'll upload it in a second.
You know what's so funny, Tammy? You say about celery juice. My wife, who's a bodybuilder, natural fitness competitor, and physique and wellness competitor, we love celery, and we also love asparagus, which is a natural diuretic.
Well, she says, "I want your," and then what?
This psychopath named Eric said celery juice makes the best stocking stuffer.
Oh my gosh. Eric, I want you to be my friend on Facebook. You crack me up though. Oh my gosh.
Eric is a lunatic.
Oh my
gosh. He is my cousin, and he has made my life better in many different ways.
Okay.
Thank you, Eric.
Here we go. I'm gonna play that video again. So I'm gonna play it really quick, and you can see that it says 175 on that screen, but he gained 20 pounds on there. And you still you look 175 though. But hold on, here we go.
If you want to win $100,000 and take the lead away from Jerry, you need to have lost more than 133 pounds. Bring it. Let's get you on that scale.
Jillian started me off, but Anthony Badalamenti from Belmont got me here.
All right. Well, your starting weight when you first started training with Jillian was 361 pounds. Your current weight is...
There we go. Wow.
Yeah. So the whole thing is that when you go to weigh in, they know, the doctors and the producers know that you're killing yourself to try to lose a couple of more pounds before the final weigh in. So what happens is we go to the doctor. The doctors are very caring. As a matter of fact, there's been some negative publicity about The Biggest Loser from people who say, "Oh, The Biggest Loser ruined my metabolism. We lost weight too fast." And I criticize these people because I see them socially sometimes. And I'm not going to mention who, but I was at a party with one girl who's part of the lawsuit, and she went to the Viennese table. Yeah. She had ice cream, she had cheesecake, she had rice pudding, she had cookies. I'm like, is this part of your lawsuit? Because it's losing weight, and when you're somebody with a bad metabolism and a fat guy metabolism, your body wants to stay where it's been. If you lose weight, it's not going to be easy to stay down there. We were training 6 or 7 hours a day. And it wasn't until I hurt myself, like I tore both of my knees, broke my scaphoid in my hand in a fist fight as a cop, tore my triangular line, all in 2012, or it was 2013. But that year was the year that I could not train, I couldn't spin, I was home sitting on the couch, I couldn't walk, and all of a sudden your body wants to go back to where it's been for 20 years. I was always overweight. Right. So, people say, maybe you should go back on the show. And I'm like, think about how stupid the way you just said. I already know what I have to do. I actually offered myself to go back on the show as a guest team member. Like, I'll train with you guys. I don't want to step on the scale though, but I'll be there to push you guys and sort of like an assistant trainer, but I'm not a trainer. I just wanted to go and train. Right. So, because for a fat guy, it's all about counting your calories and just moving a lot,
Yeah, we're gonna probably wrap it up here really quick, but you got other talents and other things. I mean, you've done acting, you've been on shows, you've done all sorts of stuff. You do like to sing. You do have great expressions. I'm gonna go through a couple little clips here of just your expressions. just because they're fabulous. But Jim, I want to ask you what things are ahead that you want to do. And I think we're going to have a couple shows. We'll probably even do a little Christmas shows with a couple of these little videos that you'll probably do live. What are the things that you are waiting to do and are ambitious? Because I mean, I'm sure people want to know what you're up to. And I mean, you can even do them in between these videos. What would you like to do?
Well, you know what? I'm retired from the police department, and I was on the Sinatra Idol contest on television and from Hoboken. I came in second in the country singing Sinatra. I started a website called Jimmy the Greek, and then I got cease and desist letter and lawsuit threats by Jimmy the Greek Properties of Vegas. So my website now is called jimsings.com. You know, it's not Jimmy the Greek, but now they call me Jimmy the Greek. I sing Sinatra, stuff like that. I'm also in the Actors Union in both, in the States. I'm waiting to get in Canada. I'm qualified. I'm just waiting for my status. So I'd like to keep singing. I'd like to keep acting. I've done comedy. I've appeared at Dangerfields and all the clubs around New York and Long Island. So I just like to entertain people, and it's it's fun. It's sort of a bucket list item that becomes, hey, I could do this for a living, and if you're good enough to be invited to Dangerfields, after just a couple of shows, then that means you're doing pretty good. So yeah, I'm dying to see which. So as far as singing, I used to do something on Facebook called Jimmy the Greek Live from the Tacoma, because I have a Tacoma.
Oh, wait. This makes sense to me.
Yeah, it's Jim live from the Tacoma. It's been a while. I had some requests. I figured I'd bring it back with a slow one from the 70s. This is by request. So don't bother me that it's not Frank Sinatra, because Frank Sinatra isn't everything. He's almost everything. So here we go. This is for you. You know who you are. Love had played this game on me before. I started to believe I'd never find anyone. Doubt had tried to get me to give in. Said you can't win. Oh, but one day the sun came shining through. The rain stopped and the skies were blue. And no, what a revelation to see someone was saying I love you to me. Oh, what chance of a lifetime and life.
All right. and then I got silly things like this. And then I got stuff like this.
You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Yeah, it's all on my happy YouTube channel.
Hey, there's Sherry, who did that little video earlier for you.
Hi, Sherry.
Oh, yeah, I know you love that video.
Thank you. Yeah. You know what? It's so funny thing about that is that I didn't tell anybody that our little our Christmas Snoopy is in every one of my videos on my YouTube. and I move him all around. So then
Oh, you
some
mean like
people,
this?
I'll be home for Christmas. You can plan.
I noticed.
some people would contact me on Facebook, hey Sherry, and say, where's Snoopy? So I'd say he's
Okay, I found this on the web.
back in the
Where's
corner.
Snoopy?
Oh my God, Siri just answered my question. Where's Snoopy? Thanks, Siri. It's funny, these phones, they can hear you. You got to, people should know that your camera's always on and your microphone's always on your iPhone.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's a lot of fun. I had, I even did one, I put up half of the song, It's Baby, It's Cold Outside.
Yeah.
And I put in just the male version, and I asked people to send me copies of them singing the female version. And I had posted a whole bunch, and then people would say, no, please take it down. It doesn't sound good. But one of my friends, her name is Amy Furyk. She's on my Facebook now. She's fantastic. She's a professional singer, and she's got a band up here in the Toronto area. And she made it so nice. So we used I forget what it was called. The app was called Splice.
Yeah.
So I took her video and I spliced it with my video, and now it's the both of us singing the same song as a duet from two different places. It's fantastic.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos.
You're funny. You are funny.
On this show, nobody never knows what I'm going to be doing. That's funny.
Love it. Thank you.
But listen, we're going to get going here soon, and I had just a couple more.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
You know what? Behind every good man, there's a good woman. And this show cannot leave without me having this little message for you.
Jim, my husband, you're the best partner someone can have. You're always there to support me. You're my #1 fan. You wear a different hat. You cook, you clean, you fold laundry like a ninja, and I love you for that. And we always have a good time together. We laugh. We have stories. Well, you have stories. And you always know what to say. So I love you to pieces. Mwah.
Aww.
Thank you for that.
Jim, I hope that if anything, you felt very special, very loved, very appreciative. And I hope that this will be one of the best interviews you've ever had in your life. And that I also have, you are very talented on the sax. And I have 2 little clips of that. So those are going to be our outros going out because I think they're really, really cool. So we are going to play those on the way out.
Well,
And
thank you for everything. It was a great time. Hope
and
to see you again soon.
yes, and hopefully, if you find time, maybe you could do some acapella singing Christmas songs or something. If our fans and everybody likes us doing a show together, maybe we can have a interactive little Christmas thing together, even on the
Sure.
fly. It would be great.
Sure.
So I love this, and don't go anywhere. But you guys, thank you so much for your questions. Thank you for participating. Please share this out, and you guys have a great day. So hold on, and Jim, don't go nowhere. So
Okay.
there's going to be 2 different little clips because I love them both. And this is how sweet Jim is too. And I was supposed to wait till Saturday, but this is too good not to share. Oh, wait, and me too. Hold on. Jimmy, thank you for being on my show today, and thank you for the time you spent with me. I appreciate your friendship over the years. You're the best. God bless you.
This is a very special birthday song and a birthday message for our buddy Lynn Serrano, the Long Islander, the Montanian. Well, she's from Montana. She's celebrating the 7th anniversary of her 49th birthday. Happy birthday, Lynn! This is Jimmy the Greek Germanakos, live in Toronto, through New York City and Long Island with a birthday song and a birthday message just for you. It's a song that I wrote, directed, and produced. And I'm going to sing it for you now, live, for your birthday. It's quick, so don't turn away. It goes a little like this. And a 1, and a 2. This is your birthday song, but it's not very long. That's it. Happy birthday!
Well, you sent me a message. Don't open this till your Saturday. And I was like, what? And I'd forgotten. And then I watched it like, oh, for my birthday, which is this Saturday. So that was really super
Happy
sweet.
birthday.
So thank you, honey. I love you. So, okay, hold on. So here's these couple little videos. And thanks, you guys.